Oh my gosh. Hi, you guys! How is everyone doing? I am Denyse with Artist at Heart Paint Party. I am so happy that you are here with me. Welcome live or recorded if you watch it later. All right, today, you guys, we are going to focus on 1-point perspective. So you need paper, and I would have several sheets, especially to practice, do a few practice, and pencils, ruler if you have one. If not, use like a straight edge and maybe an eraser and anything to color with today. So let's get rid of that banner so we can focus. All right, I gave you guys the supply list, so let's get that off of there. It helps me too, right? It's a distraction to see that. So now you guys know that we're going to focus on 1-point perspective, and we'll see how much time we have, how much we can actually get done. I'm going to draw with a few different colors today, just to simplify it a little bit. So the way I want to start, I just have a piece of printer paper, 8.5 by 11. This is gonna, again, I'm gonna do a practice one, and I'm gonna start with a square. You can just watch it if you want to, just so you get an idea. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to turn a flat square into a cube, which has a volume or dimension. So the way, I'm gonna use a red marker, because you know I love these smelly markers, and it matches my hat. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a square. So a square is a vertical line, a horizontal line, vertical line, horizontal line, right? All right, it's not perfect. And you know what? You guys can use a ruler to make it better, but I got a ruler here and I have a yardstick. So use whatever you have. Again, you can use cardboard, anything that'll give you a straight line. Is that straight? No, but that's okay. That's my practice. So my vanishing point is going to be my little dot. So the vanishing point for perspective, I'm going to put it over here. It doesn't have to be over there, but for today's lesson, I'm going to put it over here. And again, this is just practice. So that's called a vanishing point. So I'm going to create this illusion that my box is going to go to that vanishing point. And the way to do that, I'm going to use another color now. And this orange, I'm going to make my corners with my ruler go to that vanishing point. So again, you don't have to use a ruler, you can freehand it, but I just want to give you guys an idea. So what you would do is, see this? I would take each corner. So I'm going to go from that corner to my vanishing point, and I'm only using markers so you can see it on the screen better and get an idea of what I'm trying to do. So you could be using a pencil. That's what I highly recommend. So there's a perspective line. That's one of my lines, right? Now I'm going to take this corner of the square and I'm going to do the same thing. One of these days I'm going to get an overhead camera. I'm going to draw a line like this. It's hard to draw with a ruler when you're upright like that. So again, this would be from here to here. So I'm going from corner to corner. I mean, from corner to the vanishing point. I want to make sure I can see everybody's here. Hi, Lola. Hi, Amelia. Oh, Amelia's new school schedule goes till 2 on Wednesdays. That's a bummer. We got to come up with a good time for everybody. That's hard. Okay, so I'm going to go from this corner to the vanishing point. Let's try that. Okay, then I'm going to go from this corner to the vanishing point. And don't worry if your lines overlap, intersect, it's okay. All right, oops, my marker didn't work in that one spot, so I'm just gonna freehand it right there. See that? See how it's giving the illusion that it's becoming dimensional, right? So once you do that, and again, I just wanted to give you guys an idea. I am going to draw from this diagonal line a horizontal line, so it's parallel to it, right? And then a vertical line. And I'm going to do red, just so you can see how I'm making this cube. You see that? So I just made a three-dimensional cube, and then, all right, it's not perfect, but you can erase those lines after. So it's just to give you the idea of how to create that illusion. And you could even put the inside of the box. So I could do another vertical line here and a diagonal line here, right? And you can create the illusion of the inside as well. That's a little practice, okay? Little practice. So I'm going to do my best with this upright. I might not always use my ruler, but I'm going to highly recommend that you guys use your ruler. All right. So did yours come out looking like a three? So a square is a shape. When you turn a square into a three-dimensional object, it becomes a cube. So a square becomes a cube. A circle can become a sphere. So again, we're talking about perspective, and that is a prime example of how to create perspective. Hi, Christine and Tatum. All right, I'm going to do as simple as I can again today. So hopefully you guys have a pencil and eraser and paper to practice. And so I am going to start with, okay, so you guys know, because I'm using marker, I'm going to end up with a horizon line through my artwork. And I don't want to use a pencil because it's hard to erase. So I want you to use a pencil. And I am going to do pretty much what I just did with that square, except I'm going to do it with a road in the street. And so instead of putting my vanishing point over here, which you can, again, do, it's just going to change your artwork, I'm going to put my vanishing point in around the middle. So however big your paper is, I'm using 12 by 18 paper. So the middle of my paper is roughly around here. If you want to measure it, go ahead, right? So if it's 18 inches long, 9 inches would be the center of it. If it's 12 inches here, then 6 inches would be the center of it. So I'm going to go and I'm going to draw a horizon line in the center of my paper. Use a pencil. And again, I might just scrap this ruler because it's kind of hard to hold. So there's my horizon line, and it's not perfect. But you can make yours go all the way across. And then in the center of your paper, wherever the center is, you're going to put your vanishing point. So there's my little point. And again, if you guys want, you can make your line go, oh, I don't want you to say, oh, Denyse doesn't go all the way across. There. So there's my horizon line, and there's my vanishing point. Okay. Now I get to use the smaller ruler. Let's see if I can hold it better now. So after you guys, and I bet you a lot of you know how to do this already. These are almost going to look like triangles, except I'm not going to draw the bottom of the triangle, okay? So I want you, like the bottom of it's going to be the paper. So we could do, watch this, from the vanishing point, I'm going to try to hold this and draw. From the vanishing point, I'm going to do a diagonal line all the way down to the edge of my paper. And then I'm going to do it on the other side. From the vanishing point, I'm going to do a diagonal line. See how it, all right, is it perfect? No. It reminds me of a pyramid in Egypt, but it looks like a big triangle, right? Oh, yeah. Actually, it's, oh, you guys. All right. Wait a minute. Yeah, I made my road really wide on this one, way wider than I did on that one. So if you guys want to leave it wider at the top here, you can. It doesn't have to connect there. So you can leave it, see how mine is? I left a little bit of space in between there, or you can even curve it around the corner. So if you want, but I made mine go right to the point, which is fine. So it looks like it's a little bit longer of a road. And then I'm going to put the lines in my road, and they're going to be bigger the closer they are to me, which would be the front right here. So right around the center, so that's your vanishing point, go, even with your finger, just go down vertically in the center. That's where the lines of your road are going to be. So they almost look like rectangles. So I'm going to do a little baby line. And they're going to get smaller as they go closer to the vanishing point. So that's going to give it the illusion that it's disappearing. It's going farther back. And if this is your first time doing perspective, it might take you a couple tries, but it's great to practice. You could still be practicing the square too. So that is how you get the illusion that this road is going way back, right? All right. So the pine trees, let's start with the big one. All right, so I'm going to leave the road there. And my pine trees, I'm just going to do one like this. And remember, you guys are going to erase this horizon line or color over it. Mine's only in there in black so you can see it better. So your pine trees can look like triangles. Mine are getting a little bit wider as I'm coming down, and it's just going to kind of blend right into the road. You can make it go right off the edge of the paper. You can stop it so it doesn't go off the edge. And then the trees are going to overlap each other. See that they're going to overlap, so when we color it in, it's going to blend together. But as it goes farther back in the distance, they're going to get smaller. And notice the angle of them is also going in the direction of that vanishing point. So that is, it's going to look like they're going back farther. They're getting smaller in the distance. And again, you can erase that line. Let's do the other side. So I have a big tree here. And again, it can go all the way down to the road. And then my second tree is going to be a little bit shorter. And they're going to overlap each other. I'm not going to worry about making a mistake, because if I do, I can cover it up with my color, whatever I'm coloring. And you know what? I decided I'm going to put another tree right here, because I have a little bit of space, more space here. Or I could just do the mountains. I'll just do the mountains. I don't want to make it too hard for you guys. So here I'm going to put some mountains in the distance. I'm going to do a diagonal line, curve around. I'll do another diagonal line. There's some mountains. And I could do those baby pine trees with little baby triangles, almost like, so they would be really light in color, because it's going to fade in the distance. Notice the mountains, how they fade in the color, and the pine trees fade. And you can make the pine trees, again, larger, and then they're shrinking as they're going back. And if you want to put more over on this side, go ahead. You can have them on both sides. That is up to you, because you're the artist. I could put little baby pine trees on this side too. And again, remember, so I know that line is going to go away because I'm going to color over it. You can add some clouds to your sky. You can add birds, right? You could add anything else that you want to, because the goal here is we're trying to get the illusion of perspective. to make it look like it's going back. That line, again, is throwing it out. I gotta get erasable markers. I know they exist, but what I'm gonna do is I'll put some texture in my tree with some black, just to camouflage, to hide that line. Does that help you back more? So you could do that, right? To hide it or to erase it. You guys should be able to erase it because I told you to use pencil. But I don't want you to worry about that horizon line. And I do want to do another one with you. And we can come back and color this later. And you guys can color it with whatever you want to. I have my smelly markers out and I have my paint sticks out. I'm just trying to give it some lines. You see those lines? To give it a little texture and to hide that horizon line. Are they perfect? No. Am I having fun? Yes. Having fun, having fun, having fun. And the sun was out today, you guys. And you know what? It's almost 50 degrees. Oh, I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, if you don't know. And it's been pretty chilly, but today was beautiful. It would have been fun to do a landscape on the deck, but I still have about a foot of snow out there. But I have a really big pine tree in the back. So you get the idea, right? See how I'm creating the illusion of texture? So texture would be like the pine needles on the tree, right? Now I'm going to come back to that. But I want to do another perspective drawing with you. So we'll put this one aside. Don't let me forget it. Sometimes you guys know I forget. Oh, let's swap this out. Okay. So if you didn't see this, I put this in the files, under the files. This is another perspective, very similar to what we just did, okay? Except what we just did was a landscape. It didn't have buildings in it. So this one, the windows may appear to be a little bit more challenging, but it's the same concept. It's called one-point perspective. We're going to start with the horizon, okay, and the vanishing point. Let's see if this time I'll use a thin marker. Let's see if you guys can see it. I'm using a 5-point Sharpie. And again, maybe I won't do it. So use your ruler. Let's see, in the center of your paper. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can't really see it, can you? I'll make it thicker. So you're going to do it. Use a pencil so you can erase it later. I'm going to put my ruler here. And I'm going to do a horizontal line roughly in the middle of my paper. You can make it go all the way across if you want to. I'm not going to this time, that way it won't throw us off with the line being in there. Find the center of your paper. And when you find the center of your paper, you can put your vanishing point. Just a little polka dot, right? See, again, I know it looks weird. It doesn't look center if I don't put I'm going to lightly do my line just so you can see it, right? That's the horizon line. Vanishing point, center of your paper. Okay. After you do that, remember that triangle I was told you about, but you're not going to draw the bottom line. You're going to use the edge of the paper. So you're going to do the same thing on this one. I lost my little ruler. You guys, this is why I don't use gadgets, because I lose them. I need pockets to put everything in. Oh dear. And it's too hard for me to maneuver this thing. Look at my yardstick. Oh, that's too hard. So you know what? I'm going to freehand it. So you don't have to have a ruler. You could freehand it. Well, I'm going to freehand it. It's not going to be perfect. But so again, so here's my vanishing point. This time I'm going to leave a little gap. See that little gap in the road right there? So I'm going to leave a little gap. I'm going to do a diagonal line here. and a diagonal line here, right? See how it gives the look of a triangle, but you didn't draw the bottom line because I'm just going to use the paper for that. But this one has another diagonal line each side to create the sidewalk. So I'm going to do a diagonal line here and a diagonal line here. So again, you're using your ruler to get a straighter line than what I'm doing, right? You get the idea though, I know you do. So let's go to the trees. We'll do the buildings later, but I want to do the trees because you guys just did trees. So remember, the biggest one's going to be the closest one to you. That's the front of the paper here. So let's start with a V, the letter V. And then I'm going to do a diagonal. Now it almost looks like a Y, doesn't it? So that V turns into a Y. And then I'm going to do the roots. That's the bottom, which looks like a chicken's foot, doesn't it? It looks like a chicken's foot. And then the top part is going to be the top of your tree. Okay. So there's a tree. The second tree, the greenery is going to overlap, but it's going to be a little bit smaller. It's shrinking. Remember that line, that diagonal line? So it's shrinking as it goes into the background. So let's start with the V again. And then let's turn it into that Y. Why? Why not? And then the fluffy part of the trees, the green shrubbery, the foliage. All right, let's do one more baby tree. So again, back here, start with a baby V, turn it into a Y, give it some greenery, overlap it a little bit. See how, so again, it's shrinking into the distance to your vanishing point, so it looks like it's giving you the illusion that it's not flat, right? But it is. We know it's flat. It's a flat piece of paper. So it's giving the illusion that it has dimension or three-dimensional. You guys, I know you can do this, right? You guys are doing awesome. Okay, so let's go to the buildings. You ready for that? Are you guys, am I going too fast? Let's start with the building down here. And we're just, we started with the big tree. So we could start with the big building. So the big building, remember, is the closest one to you. So get your ruler and draw a vertical line. And you can erase that horizon line. So here's a vertical and a vertical. So I have two parallel vertical lines, right? Now, you have to take your ruler and do this so you could get the angle. So your ruler is going to go from this line, not this line to the vanishing point, but just a little bit, just as wide as you want to go. Watch, don't do it yet. All right, this is tricky. Do you guys like my yardstick with paint all over it? All right, let's see if I can do this. See that? So you get the idea. So that angle is, if I kept going, would go to the vanishing point, but I don't want my building that long. So I'm going to stop it right there, and then I'm going to do another vertical line. And then I can do a horizontal line. This is actually my roof here. Put a little chimney in if you want. And you would erase that line. You don't want that line in there. No. Again, I'm going to do another one. Watch. So I'm going to do a vertical line. Take that ruler so you know that that roof line right there, that diagonal line, would go into your vanishing point. I'm going to put a horizontal line here. See how it's giving my flat paper the illusion that it's going back in the distance. Let's do one more building. Vertical line, and then again, that, oh, there's my ruler. Look at it. It's right in front of me. How come no one told me that? It was right there. So then you go, see, it blends to my board. It's called camouflage, you guys. It was camouflage because it matches. So then I would create that angle there to the vanishing point. Then you would do a horizontal line here. You could do a half a circle here for your sunset or sunrise. Is it morning or night? And I know you can get rid of that line, the horizon line. You could put some clouds in the sky. You know, I know I have. That's so funny. You guys could do those lines. Remember the lines we did before? It's the same thing. This road is longer, so they're tiny down by the sun. And as they get closer, so they're little rectangles. So find the center of your triangle. And these are just little rectangles, and they're getting wider and larger the closer that they get to you. And you can make it go right off the edge of the page if you want to. Now I'm going to draw some windows. And again, to get the angle, you want to use your ruler so that the angle of the windows you want it to go to the vanishing point. So I'm just going to do a diagonal here, vertical, vertical. Now look at this. My window went below the horizon line, right? So that means that my angle's going to change. There's no way I can slant my ruler down. Now I have to go up because I'm below the horizon line. So I'm going to tilt my ruler diagonal. Okay, let me go down a little bit more. And then you see the difference in the line? So this line is diagonal going this way, but above the horizon, it's going this way. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. Okay, now I'm going to make this go down to the road. You could put in just some windows here. Those would just be no vanishing point, just some rectangular windows. And again, so this building's overlapping this one. So those windows were giving the illusion that it's behind that other building. These windows on the side, same thing. I forgot the bottom of this building right here. Okay, so use your ruler, right? Diagonal, vertical, vertical, diagonal. I'm just going to sketch it in. Now, I'm really close to the horizon line, so my angle's going to change. This is the side facing us, so we're not going to use the vanishing point for that. And then let's just do one more. Here's one more where they're slanted. So ruler to vanishing point. And you guys, if you don't like it or you mess up, rewatch it, do it again and do it again. Perspective takes, a lot of practice. So I consider today's lesson like our first real practice lesson on perspective. How you guys doing? Are you keeping up with me? Oh, well, let's do the sidewalk lines. So again, you guys can use your ruler and then you're going to do horizontal lines, but don't put the line in the street. So on your sidewalk, you would do just in that gap, like there. See that? There and there. Can you see that? Horizontal lines, but don't put your lines in because that's the sidewalk. This is where my yardstick comes in handy because it reaches across the paper. So again, there's the illusion of the sidewalk. So now you have the road with the sidewalk, some trees, the sun. Erase the horizon line if it's going through your artwork. And you guys want to do the car? You want to have a cute little buggy car in there? It kind of reminds me of a Volkswagen. All right, I'm going to try to stand in front of the camera right here. Tell me if I get in here. Oh, it should overlap the sidewalk. But again, mine's in, I'm going to try not to overlap mine because then I'm going to have all those lines in the car. So let's see. But you guys can overlap yours. See how the car overlaps the sidewalk? Headlights. Black tires. You get the idea. So it doesn't even look like you have to have it overlap the sidewalk, right? I just didn't want more lines to that. And I thought, you know, you can use any colors that you want to create, color it in, use crayons, magic markers, colored pencils, watercolor paint, oil pastels. I know that Holly Ann really just is excited to use oil pastels. So I'm going to start using more oil pastels. And today I told you guys I have, this is something else I really love. I promised I was going to stick to one supply today, but I love, you guys have Crayola Twistables. Love these too. So let me just color a little bit with these. See that? So it's really like a crayon, except it doesn't have the paper and it comes in this plastic. You turn it up, okay? Then you guys know my Mr. Sketch markers. Okay, Alba, thanks for joining us. I'd love, that's why I need your input, you guys, with, times. It's so hard to come up with a time that's good for everybody, especially with school schedules and everything's changing and class schedules change and, So we're going with the flow, as we've done for almost a year now, right? You guys, we're coming up on our year anniversary. So now I'm using Mr. Sketch markers because I love them. So they're so juicy. So this is the dark green. Does this have a name other than dark green? But this is just Mr. Sketch. I just want to show you. So here with the crayon, you're getting a texture, which I love. And the Mr. Sketch marker, you're getting more of a flat color. But notice I'm using it in the direction of that shape. See it? I'm using my marker in that direction. And I also have a bright green. So I have a dark green and a bright green. So I can use both. Ugh. And you guys use that art app. I love the art app. It's so easy to use. You can use it on any device. You guys can have multiple users on at the same time doing different videos on different devices. All right, so I could color over my crayon. It's fine. So see how that cool texture is there in the tree? But I could also go back into it with my dark green. Boop, kind of give it like a shadow at the bottom here. I could also put little lines in here for my tree, just some little green lines. So again, I'll do another one. I kind of like the way these trees look. Simple, right? Marker, use whatever supplies that you want to. I'm going to kind of outline it again with follow the line of the tree. And then go back into it with some light green. Crayons. Your favorite supplies. Use your favorite supplies. I'm going to put a little bit more of that shadow with the darker green down here. Put some of those lines in there. Make it look, give the illusion that it's fluffy. I'll do one more down here. Now this green's pretty dark. I don't have one in between. I like how the sky's orange. Did you ever see an orange sky? A beautiful sunset? Maybe it has pinks and oranges and purples. So you don't have to do the same colors. You guys think outside the box and do your own colors, whatever you want, right? I'm just here giving you ideas and trying to help you along. Let's see if this one works. I haven't used this marker in a while. That almost looks black. Let me try my other one. Yeah, this is a different marker. This is lighter. So now I have a vanishing point right in the middle of my sun, don't I? It's all right. No one knows. You guys know because I told you. I could always make that line bigger. I could put, I could just make that a little bit wider, camouflage it. You could put sun rays. Think outside the box, you guys. Come up with different ideas. Okay, I want to go back to the first one. Are you guys good? Again, I don't know which one you're working on. Maybe both. Maybe neither. I hope you're working on one of them. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. So I want you guys to color this in. Your card doesn't have to be red. Just always remember that you should have contrast. So if my sun is yellow, I don't want to make my sky yellow. The orange, you could tell it looks like sunrise or sunset, but pink would be pretty too. But pink, you got to remember, if this building is red, then it won't have enough contrast. So if you do the sky pink, maybe this building would be blue instead, because pink and blue, that would have enough contrast against it. So think about the color of sky that you want and the color of your buildings that you want. Your road, you can make a brick road if you want to. And they'll color, sometimes the lines in the street are yellow. So maybe you make the lines in the street yellow. You can always add flowers. You can add a rainbow in the sky. So again, add what you want to, and let's go back to the first one. All right, so back to my first one. I showed you guys I was adding a bunch of texture to those trees. Oops, let's swap out this. All right, let's go back. Now, so that dark green, I think would look really good. The reason why I love these is that distracting. I try to remove stuff that could be distracting. Did you guys ever hear like squirrel? So that's like something distracts you. And I'm kind of that way. If something else is there, I'll start focusing on it. And so I try to remove stuff that might be. So this dark green marker that I used before is actually a really good color for my tree. So I just don't want it to look too dark. And I'm to give the illusion of texture, I'm just following the shape of the tree. I'm leaving some of the white paper showing through. Some areas you can color a little bit heavier than others. And then a small gap in there. Let's do the other one. Doesn't have to be perfect. Giving it a little bit of color, right? All right, let's do our other trees. It's almost like I'm scribbling in this, I'm following the lines of the trees, but they're almost like a triangle. So it should be a little bit wider at the bottom. And it's okay for the colors to blend together because remember they're overlapping. So they're overlapping each other. So this is a project you guys can practice a lot. Just keep practicing different one-point perspective. And you can always move your vanishing point. I like to start from, the center to begin with. And we can also one day do all geometric shapes and turn them into three-dimensional spheres or cubes, right? Cylinders. All right, there's our mountains. And so let's see, I'll get this little, remember you really want this art back here to be in a distance, so it should be pretty light. This is not that light, but it's a little bit lighter, like super light. Go as light as you can. You can color lighter, you can find a lighter green, right? That's to give the illusion that it's going back, just like the road. If you guys look at the road, it's very black here and then it fades into the distance. The mountains fade in the distance. Even the yellow lines, right? This one has yellow lines, but they get lighter as they go back. And what color do you want to do your sky? So the clouds are reflecting like lavender, which is really pretty. And then the sky is magenta. It looks like it has some orange in it, right? So you can do your sky any color you want to. Let's see what I have going on over here. I'm going to leave my mountains for right now. You could do your sky blue, of course, but remember, we're going for that look of sunrise or sunset. So today's class is really about perspective. The colors, you guys can color it however you want. You can keep working on different perspective drawings. Get a color around my clouds. Put a little color of the sky and behind the trees and between the trees. So see how I'm coloring horizontal? So all my lines of my markers, it's creating like this illusion of texture, right? Different than paint. So this is creating the illusion of texture. Hey, Eileen. Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys love the app. That's awesome. If you guys have not tried the app, definitely get on and try the app. And if you guys, I know everyone's got to go to school. If you guys want to click the link and come on camera anytime, I posted it one of the first comments. So I'm hoping you can still see it. Yeah, it's up there. Well, I can still see it. So you guys can come on anytime you're ready. I don't want to lose all of you to different classes. But I do want to see your artwork. I do want you guys to post pictures. If you could check in at Artist at Heart Paint Party on the main page, then everyone can see it. If not, I'll repost it over there. Ooh, if you guys have never used smelly markers, this might be my favorite color. It smells so good. Oh, it doesn't, I don't like that they don't put the names on there, but look at that color. It smells kind of like, yeah, it's like raspberry. Now, the cool thing about these markers is the colors are so intense, but what happens when I want to do something like a soft color, like the mountains? I really want the mountains to be a really pale color. So I thought, well, maybe I could, they're kind of like a light blue. Let's see these are the paint sticks. So now I'm going to try some paint sticks. Let's see if you can always use a crayon, but I'm kind of liking the look of the markers. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, the twins are here. Look at that light blue. That's good. All right. Let's let the twins come up and. Hi. Hi, girls.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Do you want to see the stuff we
I would love to see. Oh, that's so cute.
It's the body. And when you press it back, you look.
Aww.
Look at mine. I ordered that for Tatum because he got her teeth out, and it was in a few days. Or like I got my teeth out just like Tatum.
Wow.
I'm gonna show you my painting.
That is amazing. You did a fantastic job on your road.
Thank you. Look at my painting.
You got that. Oh my gosh, that's great. You guys did great.
Apple trees.
Apple tree. I want to add apples to my tree. And I like how your son is smiling and you have birds in the sky.
Yeah. And I need to tell you something. We seen the one that's not live when you painted panda all over your face.
You watched that?
I watched the eagle video.
You did a great job on that eagle. I loved your artwork.
Thank you.
You're a good artist. I know you're 8 years old, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a really good artist.
I like when you said welcome on new twin art members. I like that.
What do you like when I said what?
When you said welcome on new twin art members.
Oh, okay.
That's my favorite.
That looks great.
That's mine.
I love yours.
You have a tiny call on it.
You did a really good job with the perspective. What kind of supplies are you using?
Paint sticks.
Paint sticks. Oh, I love these paint sticks.
This kind of paint stick.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
Tell her this is Mommy's.
That's Mommy's.
Mommy did it too. That looks amazing. Nikki, right?
Yes, that's right.
You're doing great. Your kids are very talented. They get it from you, right?
I guess so. We've kept art out all the time. We keep everything. We've got hot glue, popsicle sticks, anything to paint with, anything to color with, markers, crayons, you name it. We've got a bunch of supplies. So
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you joined us.
yes, thank you so much. We're really enjoying it.
Whenever you come on live, we'll be there.
Sounds good. And wait till you guys get to watch this recording and watch yourselves. You're going to love it. Thanks, you guys.
Claire, thank you.
Thank you.
See ya.
Please, I don't want to go.
I like your Winnie the Pooh stuff. I see Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, that's on the laptop. On the top.
And Eeyore stuffed animal.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Lola.
Hi. So this is mine. I'm trying to look for the black.
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah. And,
So, yeah.
yeah. And why did you post so many stuff?
Just for practice.
Okay. And I wanted to show you this from my school. Just wait here. Okay, got it. It's pretty big, and I made this at school.
Oh, that looks like a Picasso. Is it a Picasso?
Yeah.
I love it. You did it online or online or in person?
No, online.
How cool is that? I love it. What supplies did you use?
I used just like the crayons things. I forgot.
Oil pastels?
Oil pastels.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And then the back is just paint, acrylic paint. And we used a gift card to like scrape it there.
Oh, so you got a cool texture.
Yeah.
That looks great. Let me see your perspective again. Your perspective, the other one.
Wait, which one?
The 1 point perspective we were doing. The first one.
Which one?
Well, you just held up, silly. The 1 point perspective. Put Picasso down.
Okay.
Now bring up the other one. That you
Oh,
made.
you mean the other one?
No, the one you just made today.
Oh, this one?
Yes. Silly. That, the one thing that you drew kind of reminds me of a barn. It's very cute. So no, you did a great job. And I put up a bunch of samples in under perspective just to give you guys an idea of how to do it and different designs. And I like your blue sky too. So thanks for joining us. Did you like
You're welcome.
Today was the first time I think the twins came on. Bye, Lola.
Bye, thank you.
Sure, thanks for joining us. Well, hi, Reagan. How was your Disney trip?
It was really good.
It looked like it was really good. Oh, your trees look great. Are you using marker?
Smelly markers.
Good for you. They look really nice.
And
yeah. Did you? Oh, good job. Did you draw that all?
Yeah.
That looks great. Have you done perspective before?
I don't know. I might have done it with you once.
Okay. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna do like a 1-point perspective. We'll do 2-point perspective. Excellent. Good for you. All right. I definitely want to see a picture when you're done.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Reagan.
Thank you.
Hi, guys. They didn't know that they were back on. So, oh my gosh, that's so funny. I love it. I love when they come on for the first time. It's so fun. And I'm sorry, Eileen, we missed you. And I'm sorry, Alba, we missed you. I know Amelia had to go to school also. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot of you guys. So Eileen, Alba, and Amelia, all A names. Oh boy, no wonder why I got confused. So I'm sorry you guys had to go. We're going to work on this time issue. We're going to come up with a strategy. So maybe we start including Saturdays. And again, you guys got to give me your input if you like Saturdays. And I know it can't be too early because we have people across the country. Hey, girls.
Hi. Well, mine, I actually folded it in half like this. So I could use Lego people for it. This is a Lego person I made just now. And look at the head. It would be more helpful with the head.
Well, I didn't even think about folding it, but that's a great way to create the horizon line, is fold your paper.
There. So now if I fold this like this, my Lego person can play.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Let me see your little person. That is so cute. So you can create your own scenery and change it.
And
what a great idea.
I made right here me and Sage playing in a picnic blanket.
I love it. Very creative. I love your little person.
And then mine, I'm still in the middle of drawing. Gotta finish this. I have to finish the sidewalk part.
How was it? Were you guys okay with following along with the perspective step by step?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good.
So here is mine.
That looks great. Oh,
I shaded it.
It looks really pretty. And what did you use? Color pencil?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then my other one, I only got to color half of the page. Then you switched the picture that we were doing. And I'm like, I want to do the other one.
Yeah, wow, that looks great. You're doing amazing, you guys. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I love when you come up with these new ideas. So again, I didn't even think about it, but even before you start, you could fold the paper in half. And that could be your horizon line, so I don't have a big black line through my paper. But I love the idea of creating scenery for one of your, creations. That's a great idea.
Thanks.
So A+. Thanks, girls.
Bye. Bye.
You guys got to see this because she's like wants to be on camera. Hi.
Hi.
I could see you. I was like, oh, she really wants to come back on camera, doesn't she?
She likes you.
You're funny. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're having fun.
Hey, Mommy. Mommy, I need more golden for this.
All right, I'll see you guys later. They're so funny. All right, so I was just gonna do, now I don't know where I put it, that light blue. Wow, I'm so impressed with perspective. Perspective, you guys, can be a little bit challenging, especially when I'm not there, like we're doing it virtually. And you guys did amazing. So I am really proud of all of you. I can't believe I lost my light blue again. I'm telling you guys. Oh, I see my dark blue. Oh, Alba's here. Hey, Alba.
Hi.
Hi. I had class where I can not really finish it, so I have to draw.
That is a great perspective drawing. You did amazing. I like your road. Thanks for popping on and saying hi.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Well, hi, Florida girls.
Hi.
Hi, Emma and Bella. How's it going over there? That arm is not better yet?
Yeah, it actually got worse. It was better and then it got worse again, so I couldn't paint today. Sadly. But I still want to say hi.
Hi. We're glad you did. Very nice. I like it.
Thank you. And I also have a song suggestion.
Yes, go ahead.
Orange Sky by Alexei. I don't know how to say his name, but it's like
Alexei Murdoch.
Yeah.
Say, Alexa, play Orange Sky.
Oh, okay.
Alexa, play Orange Sky.
By
Alexei Murdoch.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, girls, for sharing.
You're welcome.
Emma, get better.
Oh, we got
Oh, that's cool. You both did it?
Yeah.
Ends of my
I'm
hair are
pink.
kind of reddish.
Yeah.
And this one's pink.
And I'm pink.
Very pretty. You guys look like mermaids.
Ooh, nice.
Hello, my name is
What? What?
Hello, my name is Pink.
Yes.
Your name's
All right. Thanks, girls.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Let me see. You guys, I was trying to do my mountain light blue real quick. But let me just try this one. All right. So look, and now I'm using multimedia. That means I'm using more than one product. So now I have smelly markers and paint sticks. So this is a paint stick because my smelly marker blue is pretty dark. And I want the color to fade into the background. And maybe I put a little blue in the clouds, right? Maybe a little purple up there. I kind of like it like that. I like the white. Now, when I overlap the light blue into my magenta sky, I'm getting that pretty purple look. And I'm doing it underneath as though it's like a shadow. You see that? And you guys all did a black road. I'm looking for a black. This is called, maybe I could try amethyst. This is called amethyst. Let me see how purple it is. Ooh, that looks like a black. This is called amethyst and it's a paint marker. But it does look black, doesn't it? So really, that would be so pretty, you guys, to have purple roads. Oh my gosh, I would love to have a purple road. So you guys create whatever color road you want. I'm gonna work on my artwork. You don't have to be done. Take your time. Keep creating. I'll see you guys again soon. I'm gonna work on the schedule and have a great day. Be happy. Make art. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, you guys.